Hello and welcome back to Dead Space Part 6, I think. Yeah, I think it's 6. So last time we went down here and found... Well, we did medical. We solved that. And then the engine core, I think, began to break or something, and now we have to go fix it so they don't crash into the planet. Oh, hello. Crash into the planet. You know, typical sci-fi stuff. So... Oh, I'm confused. I tried to record this earlier, but... Oh, hello? I hear an enemy. I tried to record this earlier, but something went wrong and had to start again, and I really can't remember what I was doing. Hello? Is there not an enemy somewhere? I think there is. I have a lot of plasma ammo. Oh, something I mentioned before, but not here, is you should start saving credits. Because, oh, hello. There is an upgrade for your suit coming up at some point. But... Well, I'm walking in circles now. Don't do that. There is an upgrade for the suit coming up, and to be fair, I think it's like 20,000. Oh, I know what we're doing. We're repairing this, which... First of all, we need to do this.
Refueling sequence activated.
Hello? Okay. So, we're refueling so that... I guess we could just retain orbit, because I guess somebody shut down the engines. Was sabotaging all of it. And now we have to cross this thing. Now... I kind of understand why there's a lot of exposed machinery. It is... Yay. It is engineering, so it would make sense, but, like... I don't think they would allow this. Just, like, everything left open. I was also thinking about weapon rate. I'm pretty sure I've come up with the idea of what weapons I want to use. Where's that roar again? Don't worry, you find out what that roaring is eventually. Hey, look, enemies. Quite a lot of enemies. Let's see. That didn't help. That did, though. Isn't there like a... Yeah, there he is. Okay, okay. By the way, you can absolutely get hit by your own line gun mines. Ah, darn it. I was worried there for a second. I was running out of ammo. Did I reload? Yeah, I did. So, engineering is probably one of the longer levels in the game, I'm gonna say. Well, I think there's like...
Shut it, Danvers.
Okay.
Shut it.
Here's Temple again.
Temple reporting. Someone has shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves in the process. They need to be repaired before I can reopen them, but we're running out of time. With the engine offline, orbit decay will begin in less than 10 hours. I just can't understand who would do this. If it's one of those crazy unitologist bastards, I'll break their neck.
Conspiracies?
We never should have let him live. Shut up, Danvers. Help me with the tools. Temple out.
So I think there's something earlier that said that they did a psyche check. I think what actually happened, and I think this is like explained in a book. Or so. Oh, hello. Is that the unitologist tried to get as many people as possible who... What the... Oh, hello. Oh, what did you do in this corner? Why did you do this? Is my inventory really full? Is it? Holy crap, it is. Wow. I'm gonna get rid of... Can I use this? No. Ah, whatever. I'll get a stasis back. Correction. I'll do it here. Stasis packs, I wouldn't really say are worth carrying around with you. They are worth a good amount of money, though. Like, no, not 25,000. 2,500. I think there's something in there. Maybe. Anyway, I think the Unitologists were trying to get as many people who believe Unitology on these ships as possible. Just in case they found some... Ah, the Ripper. That's not the weapon I thought it was. I thought one of the weapons I wanted. Does that mean both my weapons are in the next chapter?
Refueling sequence activated. Sufficient fuel to fire primary engine.
Is that how you refuel?
Whatever you did, it's working, Isaac. I have a fuel reading. It's only a quarter full, but that's enough to restore orbit once you bring the engines online. What the hell? False alarm. Thought I saw something.
Yeah, Hannah. Have I even explained what the weapons do? I don't think I have. I wouldn't call the Ripper awful. Right, so... Oh, hello. No, God, no, stop. Please. So... Oh, hey, pulse rifle ammo. Can I stick to some walls? Holy crud, I can. Oh, this is gonna be good. That didn't really do as much as I hoped it would. Ow. Got hit. I think the babies are like the only enemy that you can reliably hit. And like have them die regularly. I'll use a medkit and carry the pulse rifle ammo. So what the Ripper does is the Ripper is basically the chainsaw of the game. You fire a blade out in front of you and it sort of hovers in front of you, dealing constant damage. Oh, sun above us. It's not the best weapon in the game, but it's not horrible. The Ripper and the Flamethrower get massive buffs in the second game. I would argue that the Flamethrower and Ripper are actually some of the best weapons in that game, although all of them are pretty good. The Flamethrower is... It's a flamethrower. Woo. Basically, it just shoots a stream of fire, although it's alt fire, which is like, you know, this. The alt fire fires out all of the fuel in the canister as a massive explosion. It deals a lot of damage, but costs a lot of ammo later on. Like, I think a full... I think, like, a full flamethrower canister is, like, 250 fuel. And that's a lot. I don't have any stasis. Although, I think I can now just take these on by mashing a button. They're still here. I hear them. I hear them. Come on. There he is. Did I say what the Ripper's alt fire was? The Ripper's alt fire is it just shoots a blade out as a projectile. It's reasonably strong. Nothing special, though. It's kind of just... Oh, this is something I want to do. That Infector's going to try get that body. I go in there and shoot a mine. No, the line gun's not exactly great on this. Uh-oh. I have backed myself into a corner. That worked somehow. I think the mine did quite a bit of damage to him. Let's take a look-see. We're back here. Chapter 3 might actually not be as long as I think. So the Ripper will show up in our shop eventually. The pulse rifle... I still hear music. The pulse rifle is an assault rifle. I wouldn't really argue that it's really that great. I'll get rid of these pulse rounds. Yeah, we need a lot of money for Chapter 4, apparently. I wouldn't argue that the pulse rifle's that strong. It's pretty good, though. Not as good as the plasma cutter, though. It's like the other general purpose weapon. Its alt fire is interesting, though. Where are we going? Centrifuge? Oh, I guess we're going to centrifuge. Its alt fire is... basically, Isaac holds the gun over his head and it shoots in a 360 around him. It's somewhat good, but small enemies can't really get hit by it. I would recommend the pulse rifle, though, if you don't want to use the plasma cutter, and I can see why you wouldn't. They kind of get changed. The pulse rifle does get a change. The pulse rifle... I don't want a small Urcan. The pulse rifle gets buffed in... Oh god. I just realized where we are. The pulse rifle gets a buff in Dead Space 2.
This is Temple. Now the centrifuge
Hi,
is
Temple.
offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the
Would
ship,
that be
the
4
gravity
trillion?
counters will pull us straight down to the colony.
I mean, it is a
How do you
pretty
get
big
out of
chunk
here
of
like you
planet.
fix it?
The pulse rifle fires a grenade in, 2. It's a very strong grenade. It's actually quite a buff that it got, but... I don't know if I would argue it... Well, I'd actually argue it's a lot better. What am I doing? I kind of want 1 energy and maybe 1 duration, and that's it. I don't think there's a plasma... Now I think about it, I don't really think there's a node door anywhere in Chapter 3. I do remember this part sucking, though. The, decontamination chamber.
Decontamination sequence activated. Please stand by.
I think the pulse rifle wasn't very good at taking off limbs, which, you know, is kind of the point of the game. But it gets a big buff in 2. Hello. Well, that's a lot of guys. Well, it's 3 of them, to be precise. Hey, guess what? There's vents in this room. Is there vents above us? I think there is. I don't think there's a vent over here. I think here's reasonably safe. Oh, there you are. Well, the line gun isn't working. I find the line gun works better with stasis, which I don't have, admittedly. That worked well. I just like variety. I could... What is that? Oh my... What is that? What is that? Oh! It's what are these things? Leapers? I think that's what they're called. Easy. The noise scared me more than the actual thing did. That wasn't that bad. You can do a thing where the not Dead Space, Resident Evil 4, where like, well, that window didn't open. Everything Isaac touched breaks. You can do a thing in Resident Evil 4 where you don't reload and then upgrade the capacity, and then it'll like give you ammo back for free. I don't really feel like it's worth doing in Dead Space though. I truly don't. Well, this is a big empty hallway. That's the way you want to go, but going down this way, I do believe, get you a node. Yeah, it does. And money. To be fair, the drops are random, so, you know, you might get money, you might get ammo. Wow, there's no enemies down here. I mean, it's a bit creepy. Oh, there's one of those holes again. Big bloody holes. This is one of the few ammo drops in the game, which is like... What am I saying? It's one of the few ammo drops that is static. It isn't random. Although we did get a gold semiconductor. That's kind of cool. Hey, we're coming up on the 15-minute mark. And there's a save right there. And an Urkan. Get out. I don't want you. I think we'll be able to call it here. Seems like a good spot maybe to hold off. I also don't know how long the other part is. I'm going to do it though. So I'm going to call it here. So until next